Good morning. I'm Jarrell from Sungran, the developer of the Silver Falls games. Today I'm doing a check-in to let you know how things are going at the studio and what projects we'll be working on next. So, as the title of the video says, what am I going to do next? I just launched the very final Wii U and 3DS games, and I'm moving on to focus exclusively on Switch development. So we recently announced some Switch titles. Hold on for a second while I take a sip out of my Maverick D Moose mug, which is now available on the Sungran shop. We recently announced that we would be bringing Gaiden, which was the cancelled Nintendo Wii U game, would be making its way to the Switch with an enhanced port. I'll be making significant improvements, especially graphical improvements for the Switch version, but that's going to take some time. We also announced Galaxy Bound Curse DX, which is a full remake of our Game Boy Color game, Galaxy Bound Curse. So that's going to take time as well. I know people are very much looking forward to that game, and I don't want to rush that. But because the Wii U and 3DS eShop has ended, I need to have new products selling on the Switch in order to keep the studio functional and operating and making enough revenue to support itself. So in order to do that, I have to launch a new game very soon. I recently ported Ghoul Busters from the 3DS to the Switch, but I don't want to turn my studio into a port machine where I'm just very lazily recycling games that have already been done before. I want to make sure that I bring you new and exciting games that aren't lazy, that don't make it feel like I'm just rehashing all the stuff I've done before with minimal effort. I want to make sure that the games I get to you are exciting and new. So, I'm going to have to delay Galaxy Bound Curse DX and Gaiden for the Switch just a couple months so I can bring out a new game pretty soon. And so that game will be titled Silver Falls Face Takers. Now you might be familiar with the concept of a face taker if you've played some of the other games and you've heard characters talking about a cryptid called a face taker. So in Silver Falls Face Takers, you will get to spend some time with these particular cryptids. So what's different and interesting about Face Takers is it uses the abstraction framework, which is what episode Prelude and 3 Down Stars runs on, but it's a different style of game. In Silver Falls Face Takers, you play as a random camper, so every time you start a new game, you are given a character with randomized looks, randomized stats, abilities, and weapons. So every time you start a new game, which is a set of missions, it's going to be different, and you're going to have to figure out how your character works. You have to figure out their strengths pretty quickly. So you scavenge during daytime segments, and during the nighttime, you will have to face off against monsters. You have to try to defeat as many monsters as possible, but eventually you're just going to run out of resources, you're going to get worn out, and you eventually will get killed by monsters. So your survival score will be ranked based on how long you were able to survive, how many enemies you defeated, and after you are defeated, you will be given control of a new playable character with, again, randomized stats, randomized look, randomized abilities, and randomized items, and you carry on again. But you'll be able to scavenge your previously defeated character, and depending on how well that character did, how many enemy waves they were able to survive, you'll be able to keep more items. So it's in your best interest to defeat as many enemies as possible and do as well as possible so that you can pass items and skills onto your next character. What's going to be very creepy in this game is that we are leaning into the lore and the concept of the creature called the Face Taker. So there is a very specific reason why your previous character dies, their body's left over, and you'll see why these enemies are called Face Takers. So I don't want to spoil any much more, but this is a game that I have to work on. Unfortunately, I wasn't really going to work on this game until the far future, but I do need to go ahead and elevate that priority to Code, Omega, Rainbow, Red, Golden. And that is because I need to get a game launched on the Switch so that I can support the studio. So for everyone who was looking forward to Galaxy Bound Curse and Gaiden on the Wii U, I humbly ask that you be patient for just a few more extra months while those games are pushed back a bit, so I don't have to rush them. I just need to get more games selling on the Switch now that the vast majority of our games, 3 Down Stars, Undertakers, Ghoul Busters, Galaxy Bound Curse, White Inside Its Umbra, Gaiden Deathly Delusion Destroyers, and Guardians and Metal Exterminators are no longer able to earn money for the studio. So I hope you understand, and I hope you look forward to Silver Falls Face Takers. One more thing, I know this is a different look for me. I don't generally wear a hoodie, but I just wanted to share our new merchandise that's available from the Silver Falls shop. This is the Keep Yourself Alive hoodie, and I'm very excited about these. We also have the Keep Yourself Alive jackets. We have mugs, we have shot glasses, whiskey glasses, pint glasses. We have all sorts of cool stuff, so please feel free to check out the Sungren shop with Silver Falls merchandise. I'll put the link in the description below. And thanks very much for watching. I hope you look forward to Silver Falls Face Takers, which I'm just going to speed run the development on that, and I hopefully can get that finished within 3 weeks and submitted, and we can have that launched hopefully within about 2 months or so. So thanks everyone, please take care of yourselves. We'll see you around in Silver Falls.